The painting on the rice paper is false. The real painting has been imprinted on the parchment through the rice paper. Mr. Lu's brushwork is so profound that the painting was laid out on the parchment. The painting on the rice paper is very clear. No flaw can be found. Good. I've never shown anyone the technique to paint on parchment through rice paper. I can't believe he noticed it. Well, how about this one? It looks nice, but it has a lack of temperament. I guess you've never seen the wild beast in the painting, am I right? You painted it based on your imagination. You're right, I've never seen the fire lion, tau omicron mu alpha kappa epsilon it vivid. I read many books and formed a mental image of it. He noticed it at first sight and even found its lack of temperament. Could you explain the temperament it lacks to me in detail? Mr. Lu turned modestly to a teenager for advice. That's incredible. How did he do that? It's easy. The fire lion is good at defense, but it has a streamlined body. It looks like a sword, skilled in quick attacks. It always defeats its enemies with speed. Its temperament should be as sharp as a sword, but you completely misjudged it. Great. Twice in a row, he sharply pointed out the flaws of my paintings. He looks young. But he's a master of painting and calligraphy. Aren't you going to introduce me to this young man? Introduce? Oh, what's your name? What? I thought he would win your heart before I did. I couldn't wait to punch him, but you don't even know his name. Don't be so rude. Actually, you should treat him as a senior like me and call him master. Treat a young man under 20 as a senior. Did I hear him right? Didn't you hear me? Glad to meet you, master. It's all right, my name is Zhang Xuan. I just happen to understand your paintings. Mr. Lu, I don't deserve to be called master. Zhang Xuan, I'm so glad to know you. Rules are rules. Now that you could tell the flaws at a glance, you must have had a thorough study of painting and calligraphy. You have a sharp eye, undoubtedly. You deserve to be called master, otherwise, what does that make me? Alright, they're just juniors. If they do something wrong, you can tell them off. Juniors, tell us off. We're about the same age, but you're our senior now. It all happened quite unexpectedly. Zhang Xuan, why did you come to me today? Is there anything I can do for you? I heard you have many books. I want to borrow some books on cultivation techniques for level 6 martial artists. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I do have many books, but most of them are about painting and calligraphy. I don't have many books on cultivation techniques, of which a few are for level 6 martial artists. They're all in my study. I'll show you. Mr. Lu, your study. It's my honor to show a master of painting and calligraphy around my study. Don't get in the way. Let's go. My study is over there. Those few books on cultivation techniques are on that shelf. I put them there after I completed my cultivation. Half a loaf is better than no bread at all. Are the cultivation techniques too low for you? Don't you like them? No, I'm just browsing. Those books. They were left by my lousy son. He likes brute force, so he collected many secret books to boost his physical strength. He even went to the Royal Library and brought all the relevant books here. Could I take a look? Of course. Thanks so much. He's turning the pages so quickly. Aren't the books to his taste either? I finally found the right way to cultivate. It's so convenient. Let me read it first. Qi is water and the human body is the bucket to hold it. The more solid the bucket is, the more high-quality water it can hold. Now I have a different understanding of their relationship. Only when the human body becomes stronger can it hold more violent qi and make people more powerful. It's amazing. After all, it was picked out by the Library of Heaven's Path. From now on, its name is Heaven's Path Golden Body. I'll cultivate harder. I'm done with the cultivation. I completed the cultivation of Heaven's Path Golden Body unconsciously. Never mind, I haven't found enough cultivation techniques for level 6 martial artists. But I think I can make great progress with such a good body refining technique. What the hell is Zhang Xuan doing? Did he fall into qi deviation because of reading too many books? Zhang Xuan. Mr. Lu. I'm fine. What's going on with him? Mr. Lu, are you okay? What was that force? It seemed much stronger than that of a level 5 martial artist. Mr. Liu, why did you fall down all of a sudden? It may be because I'm getting old, and I just lost my footing. What the hell is going on? Is Mr. Liu trying to find fault with me? Mr. Liu, are you? Don't move. Did you make a breakthrough? Yeah. But, I don't think I've improved that much. Sure enough, he hasn't adapted to the increased strength of his body. I've read about that in other books. Some people can get an instant increase in cultivation base with a special method. But he just read the books and stood beside the shelf in a trance. How could he gain so much power within such a short time? Could it be that he has accumulated a lot already and suddenly made a breakthrough when getting enlightened by some content? Let's go to the living room. Has Mr. Zhang Xuan really reached the peak of the level 5 stage 2? I told you he was just a customer in my bookstore. I don't know him. But he said he wanted books on cultivation techniques for level 6 martial artists. I think you're right. He reached this level at such a young age. I wonder how powerful he is. I'll fight with him later. Mr. Liu. What happened? Don't think too much. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Chang, bring a force measuring stone here. Okay. Mr. Zhang, you're at the peak of the level 5 stage, right? Yeah. So am I. Could we have a competition? Got it. They're at the same level. When they fight, I'll be able to tell if Zhang Xian's strength exploded. Bai Sun, what are you doing? We're at Mr. Liu's house. It doesn't matter, you can fight, but don't go too far. No problem. Mr. Zhang, please give me some guidance. Okay. My fist is powerful. Take care of yourself. I can test my cultivation base. Why is he so weak? Isn't he at the peak of the level 5 stage? Is that what a martial artist at the peak of the level 5 stage can do? Are you okay? I'm fine. No way. He's so powerful. If I hadn't fought with all my strength, it wouldn't have been only my hand that got hurt. Glad to hear that. You didn't try your best. Let's give it our all this time. What? Mr. Zhang, you're more powerful than me. We should stop here. What a stupid idea. You'll kill me if you punch me as hard as you can. You started it, and now you're also the one stopping it. I was so excited just now because I thought I could test my cultivation base. Mr. Liu, the force measuring stone is ready. What's wrong with the only son of Lord South Defender, the #1 powerful official of the Tianxian kingdom? Why is he in a mess? That's enough. Zhang Xian, Bai Sun is injured, let him have a rest. Now that Cheng has brought the force measuring stone here, you can test your strength on it. I tested it yesterday, it was only 4 cauldrons. I don't need to test it again today. It's okay, just give it a try. Well, alright. I've cultivated Heaven's Path Golden Body, but I didn't get any cultivation techniques to open any acupoints, so I don't think my true strength can increase. Even though I've made some progress in my physical strength, it can't rival the power of Qi. I tested my strength early in the morning and it was 8 cauldrons. Let me try with half of my strength. See, it's only 4 cauldrons. You, take a good look at the force measuring stone. It's not a big deal, don't make such a fuss. My punch force is 49 cauldrons. Is there something wrong with the force measuring stone? No, you made a breakthrough in my study, didn't you? Your cultivation base has taken a leap and your strength has increased. Most importantly, you haven't adapted to your power, so you haven't realized the changes. That's why you beat and injured Bai Sun. He made a breakthrough. His strength increased from 4 cauldrons to 49 cauldrons. Did he open 45 acupoints at a time? A level 6 martial artist can level up his cultivation base only if he opens his acupoints. When he opens 1 acupoint, he gains 1 more cauldron of power. The human body has 108 acupoints, but only 72 of them can be opened. I just got a Heaven's Path Golden Body, how could my strength increase by 90 cauldrons? Did I open all my acupoints? Even a few extra acupoints were opened. Zhang Xian, did you really open 45 acupoints? I'm still at the peak of the level 5 power strengthening stage. I didn't make any progress in my cultivation base, but my physical strength increased just now. Physical strength. Did you eat any vermilion fruit? Yeah, I ate a strange fruit at the market today. I felt hot after eating it, but I didn't care. Maybe that's when my physical strength increased. The fruit is called golden bead. Legend has it that one's physical strength will increase a lot after he eats it, and even a martial artist at the peak of the level 6 acupoint opening stage can't rival him. I was just talking nonsense. Is there really a fruit like that? What good luck. It can help me cover up my special cultivation technique, then I won't get caught and studied like a guinea pig. You're so lucky. Oh, Zhang Xuan, are you from around here or? I'm a teacher at Hongtian Academy. I see, no wonder you're so powerful. And you even know a lot about painting and calligraphy. You should learn more from Zhang Xuan to discipline yourself when you have time. Don't think about fighting all day. If you meet my requirements, I'll consider you qualified and give you what you want. Got it. Learning from a martial arts master is way better than sitting around learning painting and calligraphy. Besides, compared with Mr. Lu Chen, he makes me feel more relaxed. I'm sorry for bothering you today. It's late now. I should leave. I'll come see you another time. I don't have many books on cultivation techniques for level 6 martial artists. I'll tell Shinjue about it in a few days and take you to the Royal Library. He's been hunting out of the city these days. I really appreciate that, Mr. Lu. It's nothing. Come back when you're free. The trip was worth it. My physical strength has greatly increased. With my current cultivation base, I can even defeat an overmatch at the peak of the acupoint opening stage. I can't believe my physical strength has reached more than 90 cauldrons. Will I become stronger if I can find an even more advanced body refining technique? Who is following me? Show yourself. You brat, you ruined our fortunes today. And we lost all the money we made in the last few days. It's time to get even. Compensate us for the loss, or we won't let you off. It's you. I have nothing but boogers. Do you want some? You, how dare you say that? Fine, you'll be reincarnated in a new body soon. Hope you can hold your tongue in your next life. Sorry, but I just got reincarnated not long ago. I don't want to keep my mouth shut now. What? Fine, you can get another chance. Zhuang, teach him a lesson. Got it. Is there anything you'd like to say, you daredevil bastard? He's known for his iron palms which can cleave stones. He'll beat him to a pulp. Shall we give up asking him to give us money? He doesn't even have 200 gold coins. We can't get anything from him. I just want him to die. Don't move. One strike is enough. Perfect timing. I can try all my strength on you. Almost 100 cauldrons. Wow, I'm so powerful. Did Zhuang get thrown away? I guess so. The brat is strong. You're right. What are you waiting for? Go kill him. Do you want me to do it myself? It's your turn. I was chatting with you. He's only at the power strengthening stage. But I'm at the acupoint opening stage. It's a waste of my talent. He's at the level 6 acupoint opening stage. He can equal an elder at Hongtian Academy. Hey, make him pay for hurting Zhuang. Got it. I'll kill him. Though at the middle mortal level, his martial art is very powerful. That's right, but is it too much to deal with that brat? You know nothing. That brat is strong, or he couldn't have beaten Zhuang that easily. With the eagle swoop, he can end it all sooner. Damn, I was looking forward to fighting someone at the acupoint opening stage. But it's so easy to find out the weaknesses in your moves, even without the Library of Heaven's path. Go to hell. What's the matter? Look at your short limbs, stop your acting. Bro. He's so weird, let's fight him together. Okay. Together, why are there only 2 of you? 2 of us. Where's the boss? Kill him, I have something to do, I'm leaving. Shame on you. But now that you're here, you can stay. What a freak. Stop right there. Even if he'd started cultivating in the womb, he couldn't be this powerful. Hey, Why are you in such a hurry? You should have waited for me. Do you have an accelerator? No matter what you hurry to do, you should stop right now. You should have thought of this when you thought about trying to kill me. Don't kill me. If you can let me go, I'll give you all my savings. Oh, let me see if that's enough to save your life. I put all the money in it. Please, take a look. What's this ring? It's a low-level storage ring. There's space of 3 square meters in it. Weakness: the refining technique is too weak. Your blood is needed to verify your identity. Let me see what's in it. The space in it is amazing. He must have cheated many people all the years. Sir, I gave you the ring already. Could you let me go now? Let you go. Fine. Give me the thing between your legs. Then I'll let you go. The thing between my legs. Why is he interested in that thing at such a young age? But what should I do? I've never experienced that before. No. You could have told me what you wanted. Why were you so rude? So he hid so much money. What a haul. You've got all my money. Can I leave now? Mo Yang, you're an apprentice on treasure appraisal, a professional cheat from the Luzhu kingdom. You claim to be an appraiser. But you're a gold digger and a love swindler. You're skilled in the seduction skill. Your words can befog people's minds and make people trust you. How'd you know that? Who are you? It's not surprising that he knows my name. I am a hunted outlaw. After all, if people are careful, they may find out who I really am. But, not even my people know the seduction skill. I haven't told that to anyone. How did he know that? It doesn't matter how I knew all those. Actually, I know much more than that about you. I also know your life gate acupoint. I won't kill you, but to put an end to your evil deeds, I will ruin your cultivation base. Alright, you can get the hell out now. My cultivation base. Grandpa, please help me. Grandpa, you told me the sky-shattering lion was obedient. But it didn't listen to me when I asked it to teach Zhang Xuan a lesson. It beat me instead. I grudgingly brought it under control. As a result, we can only communicate as equals, and it doesn't need to act according to my disposition. But we are connected by a contract. It should protect my grandson. Why did it listen to another person and beat Shang Bin? Shut up. You looked like a respectful pug dog in the face of Zhang Xuan. How can you be so arrogant now? Is Zhang Xuan your master, or is my grandpa? I'll talk to it later. Grandpa, you should teach Zhang Xuan a lesson this time. Disqualify him as a teacher and kick him out of the academy. Don't worry, I'll deal with him. But Zhang Xuan is lucky. He's already got 5 students. I can't fire a registered teacher without a good reason. I've prepared an excuse for you. One of Mr. Chao Xiong's students is called Lu Yang. He was forced to be Zhang Xuan's student. Mr. Chao Xiong has applied for the Enlightenmental trial and the trial will be held tomorrow. Grandpa, you can disqualify him there. Zhang Xuan forced Lu Yang to be his student. Are you sure? Of course. If so, I'll invite Elder Mo from the teacher union to be our witness. If the Enlightenmental trial shows that Lu Yang isn't willing to be his student, I may disqualify him as a teacher. Thank you, Grandpa. Brat, don't be smug. You'll be upset when you're disqualified as a teacher tomorrow. I read more than 10 books on cultivation techniques for level 6 martial artists at Mr. Lu Chen's house. I've extracted all the correct content, but I can't combine it. I've tried to make it a cultivation technique, but there are too many loopholes, making it useless for cultivation. Never mind, I should find some ways to get more books. You. Good morning, Mr. Zhang. Why are they so excited? They look brand new. Good morning, everyone. Zhao Ya, come here. Okay. Grind the herb into powder and take it with water, then you'll recover in 3 days. What's this? This is frigid sun mother grass. I wrote these books on cultivation techniques in accordance with your physiques last night. You can cultivate based on them in the future. I've never heard about this cultivation technique at the academy. Did Mr. Zhang write it himself? Awesome. Mr. Zhang created cultivation techniques himself. The Baiyu technique was created by a martial artist at the level 8 Grandmaster stage in my family. But this cultivation technique is way above the Baiyu technique. Well, I finished them last night and I couldn't wait to show you today, so I haven't named them yet. You can name the cultivation techniques yourselves. What? We can name them ourselves. Mr. Zhang, you mean we can name the cultivation techniques whatever we like? Yeah, of course. It's not easy to write even a single cultivation technique, but Mr. Zhang wrote 5. Moreover, they're made for us and we can name them ourselves. Mr. Zhang stayed up late creating cultivation techniques for us. None of the teachers at Hongtian Academy has ever created cultivation techniques for students. I admire Mr. Zhang's capability and generosity. But I once doubted whether or not he was qualified to teach us something. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang, rest assured, we won't share these secret techniques with others. Whoever leaks them will be punished. You won't share them, good. After all, the cultivation techniques were randomly generated by the Library of Heaven's path. I may get in trouble if anyone finds out about them. Gosh, what should I do? Will there be any misunderstanding if I just show up? But yesterday, I just want to expose him, nothing else. I shouldn't think too much, I must find out the truth today. What should I do? If I go in now, the young lady will be angry with me. But if I just stand outside, I'm afraid she'll feel wronged or get hurt. Excuse me, who are you? If you're just passing by, you'd better not interfere in my private affairs. I'm afraid you'll get hurt. Get hurt? Was he sent by Zhang Bin to teach Zhang Xuan a lesson? Don't even think about running away. Zhang Xuan, if you're a man, stop hiding behind a woman and have a duel with me. Do you know the punishment for attacking a teacher at the academy? Attacking a teacher? Zhang Bin beat me up because he was jealous when he found out Zhang Xuan liked Shinbairu too. So? Are you Shinbairu? Yeah, that's me. You'd better leave now, or I won't be so nice. Aren't you here making trouble for me? Stop making up excuses. It started because of me. I won't let Mr. Zhang get involved anymore. Even though I'm injured, I won't allow a teacher to act so wildly. Mr. Zhang, what did Elder Zhang say? Don't worry, as long as your student became Zhang Xuan's student out of his own free will, Zhang Xuan will surely be doomed. As long as Zhang Xuan and that student go to the Enlightenment will tower, Zhang Xuan will lose all his standing and reputation, and finally be kicked out of Hongtian Academy. Great, if Miss Shen sees that Zhang Xuan is kicked out, she'll fall for what you're capable of, then, she'll definitely fall head over heels for you. That's right, Byra must have been fooled by that bastard's flattery. And that must be why she went to dinner with him in the first place. Once that bastard is kicked out of the academy, I'll surely get to win her heart. I wish you well on your endeavors, Mr. Zhang. Relax, once Miss Shen and I are officially together, you'll get great rewards, too. Thanks in advance then. Mr. Zhang, look. What's the matter? Miss Shen, why is she fighting Yao Han? Mr. Zhang, could it be that Miss Shen found out about your fight with him? That's why she's fighting him, to avenge you. Oh, really? Yeah, why else would they be fighting each other? Miss Shen is a gentle person who treats everyone around her with kindness. I can't come up with another reason. Now that she's willing to do so much for you, she must be in love with you. She's in love with me. Mr. Zhang. I can't let her get hurt because of me. Miss Shen, I've come to your aid. This guy again. I knew these two were in the same boat, damn it. Zhang Bin is here too. What tricks is he gonna play this time? Go to hell, Yao Han. Is this an act? If all he wanted was to pick a fight with Zhang Xuan, he should have just busted the door down. He's been hiding by the gate and waiting until Zhang Bin showed up so Zhang Bin could play the hero to attract my attention. Ha! Perfect timing. You dare lay a finger on her. Miss Shen, please help Mr. Zhang, he's not gonna make it. This looks a little too real for an act. Should I help him out now? Yeah, he'll be beaten to death if you don't. Alright then. I'll bust your little trick. I'm already injured, I can't even handle Shinbairu alone. If they decide to fight me together, I'll be in great trouble. I'd better leave right now. Very well, I will never forget about this. I'll make you pay for this tenfold. Just wait and see. What a good show, you damn bastards. Mr. Zhang, Mr. Zhang. What's with this racket outside my classroom? Zhang Xuan, you just cam you white tie. I'm Mada P2 Academe. Zhang Xuan, you just came at the right time. I've made an appeal to the academy. I think you tricked my student Lu Yang into becoming your student. The academy decided to hold the Enlightenment Will trial. You'd better take Lu Yang with you there right now. Enlightenment Will trial. That's right. On behalf of the Office of Academic Affairs, I demand that you be present for the trial. Don't even think about rejecting it because you'll be kicked out due to violating the academy's rules. I don't know why Mr. Zhang looks so confident. But they're definitely trying to set Mr. Zhang up. Mr. Zhang Xuan, don't go. Okay, I'll go. What? Lu Yang, come out. It's true that Lu Yang was pretty reluctant to be my student in the first place. But now, I'm inclined to believe that he's changed his mind. He'll do whatever I say. Even if it's to jump off a building in the name of practicing his lightness skill. Mr. Zhang, don't worry, I recruited Lu Yang myself. He prefers to be my student, I'm sure. That's great. How? How could you say yes to something like that? You should have delayed the trial, at least. It's okay. Mr. Zhang, what's the matter? Come with me. It's not like he doesn't know Shang Bin's grandfather is the director of the Office of Academic Affairs, but he said yes anyway. He's seeking his doom. Whatever, he deserves it. But, all this started because of me. I can't just sit back and watch. I'll go check it out. Enlightenment Will Tower, Hongtian Academy. Mr. Mo, sorry for the trouble. No worries, if Mr. Zhang did force a student to follow him. Elder Mo, I'll report it to the teacher union and abolish his qualification. During the last teacher qualification assessment, he got a score of 0 points. I delivered an ultimatum to him. By telling him he would be fired if he couldn't have any students, he probably broke under pressure and resorted to such a trick. You're too kind, Elder Shang. If Mr. Chao Xiong hadn't reported it to the academy with such stern righteousness and applied for the trial, I would still be kept in the dark right now. The Enlightenment Will trial may result in the fracturing of relationships between teachers. But it is also the only way to pick apart the rotten apples amid the rest, so you don't have to blame yourself. Mr. Mo, Elder Shang. You've arrived. Shang Bin, why did you? It's okay, it was an accident. Here, take some pills to heal your wounds first. Please bring justice to me, Mr. Mo. Thank you, Grandpa. Zhang Xian broke the rules of fair competition among teachers. Lu Yang chose me as his teacher, but Zhang Xian forced him to become his student instead. I'm here to apply for the Enlightenment Will trial for Lu Yang's sake. Enlightenment Will trial, for my sake. What the hell is going on? Mr. Chao, Lu Yang, chose to be my student himself. I've never forced him to follow me once. Why does Mr. Zhang look so nervous all of a sudden? Mr. Zhang. Lu Yang, tell them if I've ever forced you to become my student. Play along. Oh, I see, Mershang wants to set them up, got it. Of course you. No, I mean Mr. Zhang has never done such a thing before. I became his student out of my own will. He looks so scared. Your name is Zhang Xian, right? You have one last chance to cancel all of Lu Yang's lessons. Let him become Mr. Chao's student right now, and I'll save you the trouble of going through with the trial. No, Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo, the academy has already approved Mr. Chao's request for the trial. If you cancel the trial right now, you're basically treating the academy's rules like a joke. I think so, Mr. Mo. All I want is to let Lu Yang have the freedom to make a choice. He has the right to choose the teacher he likes the best. He shouldn't be forced to follow someone. Alright then. Since you've agreed to the trial, I shall make the rules clear. Lu Yang shall undergo the trial. After that, the person whom he chooses to be his teacher shall emerge victorious. Mr. Chao Xiong has picked the biggest punishment, which means, after the trial, the losing side will be kicked out of the academy. Any objections, Zhang Xian? I don't have any great grudges against Mr. Chao. It's a little cruel for him to be kicked out of the academy just like this. I think it's too harsh to expel him directly from the academy. How about this? The losing side will not be kicked out, but he'll be disqualified as a teacher and he will receive 100 beatings from the immortal slaying rod. Seriously, You're the one who's gonna be kicked out. Besides, are you sure this is the lighter punishment? Be disqualified as a teacher, receive 100 beatings from the immortal slaying rod. Even if he's kicked out of the academy, he's qualified to continue teaching at a different institution. But being disqualified as a teacher is completely different. Not only will it cost him his career, but it'll also make him a laughing stock no matter where he goes. Are you trying to dig a deeper hole for yourself? 100 beatings from the immortal slaying rod. That rod is a special-made weapon forged in the Tianxian kingdom, strong enough to flay skin and break bones. Even the strongest martial artist will keel over after receiving 100 strikes from the rod. This is a trap set by Shang Bin and Chao Xiong. Instead of objecting to the trial, you actually want to increase the intensity of the punishment. Are you out of your mind? Mr. Zhang Xuan, you asked for this. This is not our fault. Elder Shang, I think Mr. Zhang's proposal is quite reasonable. We await your seal of approval. Mr. Zhang pretended to be nervous to lower their defenses in the first place and then suggested a harsher punishment. You're a natural schemer, Mr. Zhang. Alright, now that we've decided on the punishment, let's get started. This is a crystal ball made from the will-questioning stone. Zhang Xuan, Chao Xiong, put your hand on the ball with Lu Yang in turn. The ball will reflect his trust level in both of you. Whoever is more trusted by him will win. The rule is quite simple. Any questions? Nope. Zhang Xuan, Lu Yang is a gifted student who ranks among the top 100 while you're just a good-for-nothing who got AO at the assessment. Why would he ever choose to be your student? After this trial, you'll be kicked out of the academy, then you will lose everything and become a wretch with a bad reputation. Mr. Chao, you proposed this trial, you're up first. Okay. Lu Yang, let's go. The will-questioning stone puts people under a hypnotic trance. Once they come into contact with it, they will be sucked into a hallucination. There, everything comes from the deepest part of people's hearts, without any outside interference. If a student has been forced to become a teacher's student, he will have no trust in the teacher and repulsion might even occur. Therefore, the Enlightenment Will trial can detect a student's innermost thoughts most accurately. That's right. A student's trust will be reflected in the form of trust points. The highest mark will be 100 points. Every 10 points represent one level. 10 points indicate minimum trust while 20 points indicate normal trust. Usually, the trust between a student and a teacher is about 30 points. Some good teachers can make the mark of 50. But it's as rare as they come. The trust between a kid and his parents is only about 60. After all, Zhang Xuan and Shang Bin are from two different worlds. Their paths would never cross if it weren't for me, and this trial would never happen. Mr. Zhang, just leave now. Leave Hongtian Academy and never come back. Now, don't you think it's too late? The Enlightenment Will trial has started. Do you want to leave now? In your wildest dreams. Zhang Xuan, after the trial, you will realize how stupid you were when you made that decision. How can you be so sure that you'll win? Let me tell you the truth. Mr. Chao personally recruited Lu Yang and has spent about half a month with him. I guess the trust points between them have exceeded 20. And what about you? Can you even make it to 10? You forced him to become your student. A negative might even be possible. Hongtian Academy is the most prestigious institution in the Tianxian kingdom. You'll become a laughing stock in the entire kingdom if word gets out that your student only has below 10 trust points for you. Oh, I almost forgot. Your reputation is already beyond saving. You're already immune to being the butt of every joke. You. Mr. Zhang, why are you still so calm? Mr. Mo, do you want to make a guess about how many points they'll get? Those two. Now that Lu Yang was personally recruited by Chao Xiong, I guess the points are probably around 18 or 20 at most. As for Zhang Xuan, if Lu Yang really was forced to become his student, his trust in him will probably be below 0. If the points are indeed negative, he will bring shame to the entire academy. You will have a lot of work to do then. Indeed. If so, we can be sure that he did force Lu Yang to become his student. I will report this to the teacher union. And disqualify him for sure. Look, the results are out. After this, I'll have Lu Yang back under my wing and Zhang Xuan will be kicked out of the academy. More importantly, I'll get Mr. Shang Bin on my side. With his support at the academy, I'll make my career go really well. His trust in me is surely above 20 points. How is this possible? I recruited him myself. We even spent about half a month together. How is his trust in me so low? Is that the guy you've placed your trust in? How is this even possible? Only 10 points. You had the gall to apply for the trial with such humiliating points. I expected you to get about 20 points, but only 10. You're basically embarrassing yourself. So what if I only got 10 points? If yours come out lower than mine, you'll still be the loser. Well then, just above 10 points, right? Come on, Lu Yang, let's get it over with and go back to class. Yes, Mr. Zhang. If your points can't exceed mine, I'll be the winner. The results came out so fast. How could the trust points be? I just came down from the stairs. 60, 64. About the same trust as that a student has in his parents. How could it be? Mr. Chow, are you fooling me? 10 versus 64. How could you win? The will questioning stone showed the trust points immediately, and the number shot up to 64. Even a legendary one-star teacher can hardly score that high. Those star teachers in Hongtian Academy, who have been teaching for several years, don't have such high trust points. Mr. Zhang, how did you do that? Elders, is it a victory? No way, there must be something wrong with the will questioning stone. Otherwise, such high trust points couldn't have appeared. I don't buy it. I think what Mr. Chow said makes sense. How could his student have so much trust in him? If it's true, even Mr. Lu Sun and Mr. Wang are no match for him. The gleam in his eyes is clear and bright, without any impurities. It's a gleam of sincere adoration, totally genuine, it cannot be faked. It seems that the student trusts Mr. Zhang implicitly. The will questioning stone can explore even the deepest of one's mind and make the best decision. There has never been any problem before, it functions well, believe it or not. If you keep talking nonsense, I will kick you out. Now that I'm the winner, it's time to fulfill your promise, isn't it? Well, Mr. Chow should be disqualified and get beaten 100 times with the immortal slaying rod. Mr. Zhang, we should be easy on people, you have won the bet, haven't you? Just let it go. Let it go. If I were the losing side, I'm sure that you wouldn't have said that. How dare you? Behave yourself, you're nothing more than a junior teacher. Today is your lucky day, so your students' trust in you increased, that's all. There is nothing to gloat about. If you're really competent, improve their cultivation base first. Only gaining one student's trust proves nothing. That's right, Zhang Xuan must have played tricks to increase Lu Yang's trust in him. If I remember correctly, the student who fell into qi deviation trusted Zhang Xuan so much that he was blinded and ended up regretting it for the rest of his life. Fell into qi deviation. Yes, Elder Mo, you don't know yet, do you? One of Zhang Xuan's previous students fell into qi deviation. Because of this matter, all students dropped out. Seeing Lu Yang trust him so much, I suspect he's used some special means to charm him. Otherwise, how could a guy scoring 0 in the teacher qualification assessment gain a student's trust of over 60 points within just 2 days? In the past, there was indeed a teacher who adopted special means to charm his student to pass the trial. Probably, Zhang Xuan is trying to do the same. Elder Mo, a teacher should gain students' trust mainly by imparting knowledge and cultivating students. Without knowledge links, the teacher will only mislead students, which will be a disaster. We're not here to identify if I can cultivate students, are we? This is the Enlightenment Will Tower. I brought my student here to attend the Enlightenment Will trial, and now I'm the winner of our bet. Do you want to break your promise? Ridiculous. How could we disqualify a teacher just because of a silly bet? Elder Shang. Miss Shen, my grandfather is right. Anyway, Chao Xiang is a well-respected teacher in our academy. To fire him just because of this would be a storm in a teacup. You're being unreasonable. Just as Zhang Xuan said, if he lost, would you forgive him as well? What can he do? He's no match for Mr. Chow. Can he cultivate a level 2 martial artist? Can he attract numerous students to join the academy? Elder Shang. A man is here to see you, and he said that. He's Patriarch Wang Hong of the Wang family from Tianxian City. Patriarch Wang Hong. Go and welcome him. Patriarch Wang Hong, from one of the four main families, visits here out of the blue. Anyway, his personal visit is an honor. Zhang Xuan, I'll kick your ass later. Grandpa, isn't Patriarch Wang Hong a figure in the top 10 of the potential grandmasters list? Why does a mighty man like him want to visit you? It must be on Wang Tao's account. Mr. Wang Tao. Yes, he's the eldest son of Patriarch Wang Hong. He is destined to take over the Wang family in the future. I accepted him as a student and successfully trained him to be a martial artist at the level for body nourishing stage. The patriarch is here to express his gratitude to me, I suppose. Is Wang Tao his student? Yes, you'd better figure a way out. Apparently, Elder Shang Chen is against you, and now, the Wang family backs him up. He will enjoy greater power and influence in the future. If you stay in the academy, you'll certainly have a tough time. I will just wait and see. I'm trying to help you, but you don't care at all. Elder Shang, it's been so long. Welcome, Mr. Wang. I'm flattered that you came. Just let me know if there was anything that I could do for you. Your visit is such a great honor. That's very nice of you. Actually, I'm here to ask you for a favor. Please go ahead. It's about Wang Ying, my daughter who you may know. It's said that she has a teacher called Zhang Xuan. I wonder if you know where he is. What a coincidence, Mr. Zhang Xuan is just over there. He deserves whatever is coming. How dare he deceive the daughter of Mr. Wang? He's in big trouble. Bad luck is going to befall him. Unlike the teachers in the academy, Mr. Wang is strict and doesn't care about rules. Wang Ying's father. Mr. Wang Hong, what are you? Mr. Zhang Xuan, glad to meet you. Isn't he here to punish Zhang Xuan? Damn, am I dreaming? How could it be? Why did he kneel to Zhang Xuan? That can't be true. Mr. Wang should have yelled at Zhang Xuan and beaten him to death. Mr. Wang, please get up. You cured my daughter's legs and imparted profound knowledge to her. Of course, I should thank you in person. Well, it was nothing. She's my student, so it's my duty to cultivate her. A teacher's role is to guide students to the right paths, impart knowledge, and resolve doubts. It's my duty. Great. Undoubtedly, Lu Yang's trust in him is attributed to his great spirit. Mr. Wang, you didn't need to come in person, even though Zhang Xuan is Miss Wang Ying's teacher. Elder Mo. You're truly smart. I do have something else to do here. I want to ask Elder Shang Chen for a favor. Just tell us if there's anything I can do for you. I'll certainly do my best. Well, my son has been studying in your class these days. I've never been here in person to thank you for your hard work. Please accept this as a small gift. Mr. Wang, you really flatter me. It's my job to teach and cultivate students. I can't accept it, but thank you. What is he doing? Elder Mo from the teacher union is here. How could he present a gift in front of him? Your morality impresses me. Actually, I came here today to discuss something with you. Something bad has happened to the cultivation of my son these days. Your lessons are incompatible with him now. So, could you please allow him to drop your class? Drop my class? He's learning well. Why would he want to drop out? Yes, I hope you'll agree, Elder Shang. Gosh, couldn't he talk about this matter in private? Why must he say it in front of so many people? Now that your son has made up his mind, of course, I agree. A student's dropping out means his teacher has inferior teaching skills. It's like a slap in the face. I was naive, thinking that he came to beg me for something. It turned out that his son wants to drop my class. Damn, once the news spreads out, I will lose my job as director of the Office of Academic Affairs. It's done, Mr. Wang. Wang Tao's name has been removed from my class. Thank you, Elder Shang. Not at all. Both teachers and students have a free choice. It's understandable for a student to drop my class if he really doesn't fit in. But may I ask which teacher Wang Tao prefers? Oh, I've already decided that for him. Mr. Zhang, I wonder if my son, Wang Tao, is eligible to be your student. What? Mr. Wang Hong, you must be kidding. Your son dropped my class just to be a student of the teacher who scored 0 in the teacher qualification assessment. What the hell is going on? Is Mr. Wang out of his mind? Why did Wang Tao drop my grandfather's class? He even wants to be a student of a good-for-nothing. Oh, Wang Tao, I'm sorry. I can't accept him. Fuck. The patriarch of the Wang family came here in person to ask you to be his genius son's teacher, but you rejected it. Zhang Xuan, are you serious? Mr. Zhang. I'm an elder and the director of the Office of Academic Affairs. They dropped my class and want to follow you, a teacher who scored 0 in the teacher qualification assessment. But, how dare you say no? I've never been so humiliated before. I've changed my view on Mr. Zhang, but it seems that I still underestimate him. Perhaps he's more capable than I thought. You can't accept him. No, I can't. Didn't Wang Tao tell him about what had happened the other day? I know my son is reckless. He failed to recognize your talent before, thus insulting you. I hope you won't take it personally, Mr. Zhang. He is just too young to behave well. Mr. Wang, please don't say that. Mr. Zhang Xian's rejection isn't because of that. He's only a martial artist at the level 3 Qi formation stage, while Mr. Wang Tao is already at the level 4 body nourishing stage. He is weaker than Mr. Wang Tao. How can he teach and enlighten someone stronger than him? He doesn't dare to accept Mr. Wang Tao as his student because he knows himself. That's right, he is weaker than Mr. Wang Tao. So how can he be his teacher? What a joke. Mr. Wang, please think about this. It doesn't matter that your son withdraws from my class. But if he chooses a teacher who is weaker than him, I'm afraid he won't have a smooth cultivation journey. Wang Ying told us that Zhang Xuan possesses an amazing teaching method, but I don't know his exact cultivation base. Zhang Xuan, don't put on an act when you are incompetent. It's feasible for a level 3 martial artist to fool some freshmen, but it doesn't work on senior students. I agree, Mr. Wang. What Mr. Chao Xiong said is right. Zhang Xuan hasn't broken through to the level 4 cultivation stage, so he can't know how to cultivate or enlighten a student at the body nourishing stage. But, Wang Tao told me that Mr. Zhang held back his ultimate blow with 2 fingers only. I'm sure that a martial artist at the Qi formation stage is unable to do that. 2 fingers. Even if you want to make excuses for him to save his face, you should make up something believable. The strength of a martial expert at the peak of the level 4 body nourishing stage is over 700 kilograms. With the strength and weight of Mr. Wang Tao's sword, a single move of his can even make it hard for a martial artist at the early acupoint opening stage to hold back with bare hands. Not to mention 2 fingers. Mr. Wang, do you think that Mr. Zhang, who scored 0 in the assessment, has already reached the acupoint opening stage just like the elders? But I saw it too. Mr. Zhang held it back with 2 fingers only. The student's reaction won't lie. It must be true. Mr. Wang, you're a master of cultivation. Do you really believe that a martial artist who hasn't reached the middle acupoint opening stage can withstand the ultimate blow of Mr. Wang Tao with 2 fingers only? Even if you want Zhang Xuan to be your son's teacher, you don't have to boost his prestige in this way. Elder Shang. What's the matter? Someone is here to see Mr. Zhang Xuan. Another person wants to see Zhang Xuan. Who's it? What's wrong today? Why is everybody looking for him? It's young Lord Bai Sun, the son of Lord South Defender. Young Lord Bai, why didn't you directly let him in? Let him in now. Yes, Elder Shang. Young Lord Bai Sun. Lord South Defender returned to Tianxian City to report on his work recently, and young Lord Bai Sun came with him. But, why is he here? To visit Mr. Zhang Xuan. One is a lousy, weak teacher while the other is a top genius, the only son of a prominent official. There is no connection between them at all. Does he also know young Lord Bai Sun? But they're so far apart in status. Greetings, young lord. Greetings, young lord. Oh, Mr. Zhang, you're here. Why did you come here? I will leave as soon as my dad finishes his duties, and it won't be too long. So I must begin to learn from you as soon as possible and strive to pass the test. How come young Lord Bai Sun knows him, and they're so close? Isn't Zhang Xuan just a teacher? Why did young Lord Bai address him like that? How rude. Zhang Xuan, how could you talk to young Lord Bai Sun that way? Bow to him now. You have bad manners for a teacher, and behave inappropriately. Shame on you. Young Lord Bai, please don't be offended. Zhang Xuan is low in strength, clumsy in action, and bad in manners. Who the hell are you? Fuck off. Mr. Zhang Xuan can be considered my grandfather with regard to seniority. Watch your tongue. Do you have a death wish? You brat, don't you know I always keep a low profile? Your grandfather. Grandfather. Lord South Defender is your father, and he shares the same seniority with His Majesty. If he is your grandfather with regard to seniority, doesn't that mean he's even His Majesty's senior? What the hell is going on? Who on earth is Zhang Xuan? Why would young Lord Bai treat him like his grandfather? Right, Mr. Zhang's a master of painting and calligraphy. He's even over 3 times as strong as me. Oh God, enough. How am I supposed to lie low in the future? You said he is clumsy in action and bad in manners. You're fucking seeking your doom. Oh, my apologies. That's good. To be honest, I saved your life. If Mr. Zhang had made a move and failed to control his power, you would have died. Save my life. Fail to control his power. Is young Lord Bai suggesting that Mr. Zhang Xian is more powerful than Elder Shang Chen? How could it be? I just wanted to conceal my strength, lie low, and then impress them suddenly. But you messed it up. Mr. Zhang, I've made up my mind. Please accept Wang Tao as your student. Who are you? That's what I want to do. Do you want to fight me? Let's settle this. No. Alright, Wang Tao can sit in on my class tomorrow. If he performs well, I'll consider accepting him. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Sit in on. Mr. Zhang, is there anything else you need to do? If so, I'll help you. When it's done, please teach me painting and calligraphy. Yes, there is. Elder Shang, the Enlightenment trial has ended. It's time to fulfill our promise, isn't it? Zhang Xian, don't get carried away. I did lose in the trial. I'll be beaten 100 times with the immortal slaying rod. But you're not qualified to make me disqualified. I'm not qualified. Of course not, not a chance. I have made no mistakes in teaching. No students have ever fallen into chi deviation. I didn't get an outstanding score in the assessment, but at least I passed it. Even the teacher union has no right to disqualify me just based on a mere bet. Who are you to make me qualified? Damn you. Is it true? Yes, indeed. Teacher's qualification is approved by the teacher union. Without major misdeeds, one won't be deprived of his qualification. I see. But you didn't mention that when we made the bet. I didn't expect you would win. The only way for you to make Mr. Chao Xiong fulfill his promise is that. What's it? That a noted teacher or apprentice confirms in person that he isn't a qualified teacher, and then reports it to the teacher union. Noted teacher, noted apprentice. But I don't know any. Noted teachers and apprentices are all big fish in the teaching profession. I don't know any one of them at all. Even if I knew one, they couldn't care less such a bet. Elder Mo, a girl called Huang Yu is looking for Mr. Zhang Xian. Yu is here too. Yu. Let her in now. Miss Huang, this way, please. Thank you. Miss Huang, glad to see you. Elder Mo, glad to see you, too. Mr. Zhang. Is she the daughter of President Huang of the teacher union? Mr. Zhang, Yu is one of the noted apprentices Elder Mo mentioned just now. That genius girl who became a tutor in her teens. Zhang Xian, you were sent by Satan to me. I said you couldn't teach or enlighten students, and then the Wang family came to drop my class to attend yours. I said you were weak, and then young Lord Bai came and told us that you're much stronger than him. Only a noted teacher or apprentice has the right to disqualify Chao Xiong, and then a tutor came to visit you. Damn, how can I fight you? Isn't he nothing more than a good-for-nothing who was dead last in the assessment? Why does he know so many people who respect him so deeply? What can I do? So you're a tutor. I was just lucky enough to be chosen by Mr. Liu to help him. It's so good that you're a tutor. Mr. Chao Xiong lost in the Enlightenment trial and refuses to fulfill his promise. Is that so? As a teacher, he took advantage of the trail, trying to frame his colleague for the sake of personal grudges. Elder Mo, this kind of man will cause more trouble if kept in the teaching team. I don't think he's a qualified teacher, and his qualification should be revoked immediately. Teachers are well respected wherever they go, but if they are dismissed, it means the teacher is of bad character, which will be put on record. Then no one will dare to recruit him in the future. I've put painstaking effort into getting the qualification. How can it be taken away from me just like this? Just because I provoked that good-for-nothing? I don't believe it. I can't accept it. Zhang Xian, you didn't win the game. You got a 0 in the teacher qualification assessment. You also made a student fall into chi deviation. If it is reported to the union, you'll be disqualified too after the inspection. I don't care, you're the first one, anyway. I don't care, you're the first one, anyway. Mr. Chow. Zhang Xuan, don't go too far. If Mr. Chow is disqualified because of you, it will be your turn next. Mr. Zhang Xuan's qualities do remain in doubt. Miss Huang, Elder Mo, what they said is true. He did cause one of his students to fall into chi deviation and score 0 in the last assessment. I hope the union can deal with it impartially and clean up our academy. If what they said is true, the union does need to re-inspect it. I underestimated these guys. They're also good at manipulating the rules. It seems every world is the same. Good people are always wronged. If the academy doesn't take it seriously, I'll be safe and can keep lecturing, but if this matter is reported to the union, I may be disqualified. By then, I will end up in the same position as Chao Xiong. It seems I can't hide my true strength anymore. Actually, Mr. Zhang. Now I get it. You don't need to defend yourself. Elder Zhang, you said Mr. Zhang got a 0 in the assessment. But when Elder Mo and I discussed various questions about the assessment with Mr. Zhang, he could not only answer them clearly but give multiple answers to every question. I didn't even think of those answers. His wisdom really impressed me. How do you explain that? Yes, Mr. Zhang's wisdom was confirmed at Mr. Lu Chen's mansion yesterday. And his punch force reached 49 cauldrons, which equals the power of a martial artist at the peak of the acupoint opening stage. Yeah, Mr. Lu and I were there too, we can prove it. It doesn't make sense. With such mighty power, how could Mr. Zhang score 0? In such a simple assessment. The assessment of Hongtian Academy is usually conducted in a closed environment by the Office of Academic Affairs, and the results are also announced by the office. No one else knows, so, we knew he's just at the Chi formation stage from the Office of Academic Affairs before the holiday, not based on his real power. That's to say, the office announced false results. What? No wonder Mr. Zhang didn't want to mention it before. Their colleagues, once exposed, the issue will ruin their relationship and even the reputation of the academy. That's why he could only bear being called a good-for-nothing. He endured the grievance in silence even though he's been misunderstood. What a magnanimous man. He's a competent, selfless teacher. He lives at peace with the world. Mr. Zhang Xian is so great. For the sake of your relationship. Mr. Zhang endured humiliation and never informed you on. But as a teacher as well as an elder, you, me. False results. For the sake of our relationship. What the hell is going on? Actually, I was just about to say the Office of Academic Affairs assessment was inaccurate. How come everything turned out so differently? At least tell me why I'm to blame. I'm the director of the Office of Academic Affairs and an elder of the academy. Why would I frame him, a junior teacher? Isn't it obvious? Shang Bin, your grandson, desires to be a star teacher of the younger generation in the academy. However, Mr. Zhang is so powerful and promising. He is sure to stand out and surpass your grandson. To prevent this from happening, you tried to get rid of him. Today, I finally saw the whole picture, the Enlightenment will trial, raising stakes, and all kinds of means of suppression. Shang Chen, you're such a good manipulator. We've been friends for so many years but I never realized how blind I was until today. I'm a witness too. I can also prove that Elder Shang deliberately suppressed Mr. Zhang today. It's so obvious, he must have been plotting this all along. Cats hide their claws. The director of the Office of Academic Affairs did this just to help his grandson. Shame on him. I hadn't suppressed him at all. He humiliated me today, so I picked on him. I only knew he had low teaching skills and we hadn't known each other before. Would you believe it? Zhang Xian, say something. Drop the act. Zhang Xian, you.